Hey there, it's Susi Hately with Functional Synergy, and this is a short video on ball rolling and how ball rolling can be really made so much more effective when we consider it as an awareness technique. So I'm going to show you the way that I like to use the balls to really support people in moving forward, because so often when people use the ball, they think about it as a quick fix, like as a quick self-massage technique, which it is. And it means that they have to cycle back over and 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 over again. Let's take what you discovered about what you just felt in your hip or in your foot or in your leg or in your chest or in your whatever, and then take that understanding into some movement patterns and then change the habitual pattern overall, change the movement pattern overall. And then shift up your function entirely so that then you can not need the ball as an ongoing tool. So with that, we're going to play around with doing some hip movement for a second. And what I want you to first do is come down onto the floor and bring your ankle to your knee, and then feel what you feel when you do that, right? So when you do that, does your pelvis move? Does your pelvis rock? Do you feel something up into your chest or your shoulders? And then what I want you to do is to take that ball and then bring it onto the hip. And you may have learned from other people on different rolling techniques. I'm not partial to any particular technique per se of how to actually roll. Someone might argue with me on that comment, but truly I just want people, if they're going to play with rolling, just roll the way that it makes the most sense for them. When it comes to the hip, I really like people to just experience what they feel, like really, truly, like what's the sensation that's there, and then to come out onto the outside of that hip a little bit. Now, if the wrists are a little sore, come down onto your forearms. And then you can also take that ankle to the knee and then really come out onto the outside of that hip. When you move your leg bone up into this position, or if you can't get it there, but you move from here to here and slide that leg, you're moving your leg bone in a different orientation. And that exposes or reveals more tissue that you can get into. Now, lots of people will say, well, this is getting into the piriformis. And the thing we have to remember is that the piriformis lies under other larger muscles. So it's not like those larger muscles spread and make way for the piriformis. You're still working with those superficial muscles, but in different orientations. Yeah, and so you get into all of that tissue and just come right out onto the outside of that hip and get a feel all through there. Okay, good. Now from that, come down and notice what you now feel. And then move into the movement. And is there any difference in terms of texture or quality to the movement? Does it feel any different? Is anything new arising with that movement? Okay, now let's come to the other side. So bringing that ball underneath your hip. Rolling all around. Okay, and then you can move that leg in different orientations. Maybe bring it up onto the knee. And again, you can come onto the forearms here, do the same thing. Find some of those points. You can even stop and hang out in one of those areas. Just notice if you can breathe easy, right? Or if you're holding tension anywhere. And can you do this exact same movement with 5 to 10% less effort? Yeah? Okay, perfect. All right, and then let that come down. And again, lie back. And now again, notice the actual sensation that you feel. So often we can get caught up in like, whoa, holy crap, that was really hard, that was amazing, blah, right? That can happen with ball work. And I want you just to like come into your body and feel and perceive what the quality is of whatever you feel. So whether there's like a flow or an energy or a spaciousness, or like, can you name that? And then come into the ankle to the knee again And again, notice what you notice. Now, what's cool about rolling, because we're involved with tissue and tissue connects from the feet to the head, by rolling out your hips, you might have noticed something through your other parts of the body, like your feet or your jaw or your neck. You might notice different things that are happening there. So pay attention. What's the relationship between what's going on through your hip and then other areas? Then what you can do next is when you notice a connection between them, now as you start to retrain the movement pattern of your leg bone and your pelvis, and there's lots of videos on my channel that help you to do that, then you'll find that your new patterns will lead to less tension and less strain overall, and better connection that's more coordinated and not full of tension and strain. So enjoy that insight, and I look forward to hearing from your comments and your questions below, or you can even just send us a direct message or email us if you need more information. If you've enjoyed this video and you would like to receive more, do press that subscribe and notification button, because more are coming on a weekly basis. We'll see you next time. Take care.